This is Van Electric Ghost, and this episode of Expansive Sound Experiences, Siren for You in song. And so what we're talking about is a song we put together where Josephine is kind of bringing up the Iliad and kind of alluding to that she's a siren that like Odysseus would be, being pulled toward. And that she's using her ghostly charms to like pull people in. Now, we've been playing with the Moog House of Electronicus patch guide, which allows you to combine the Moog Mother 32 and the Moog DFAM, drummer from another mother, to make various experimental analog sounds. And the last time we talked, we were playing with the patch that is like 3 squares and a sine. And it's very powerful in terms of giving you a sonic palette that gives you really nice bass tones that have a plucky kind of percussive nature to it. And then when you play with the delay and sustain on the ADSR, you can actually get it to kind of do a little drone. And also when you slide your keys down the keyboard like you're sliding down a fretboard, it gives you like kind of like a real powerful kind of Hendrixian slide that you could do like Bootsy Collins would do or Hendrix would do. So it gives you that kind of cool nature. And then we were playing with the percussive nature of the Arturia Mini Root 2S and its looping envelope. So we got a very interesting looping envelope. But then we have also gotten back heavily into our System 1M, which is a plug-out technology. It's analog behavioral modeling. And what's cool about that synth is we're using the native System 1M. We didn't get the plug out. We're thinking of trying to get the System 100 plug out because we're very interested in that. But it's we were playing with the LFOs on that machine, and we got it to run through a really interesting pattern. And then we also used our Arturia Mini Boot 2S, our Arturia Beatstep Pro to create some drum sounds for this song. So this song has some complexity with the System 1M, which is a very interesting machine. It's very kind of sound painting oriented. And then we've got a different version of the song, the Trick Down Low. This one is Trick Low Down. This one, what we did is we did some experimentation with Video Leap, which is an app that allows you to combine all kinds of effects. So we brought in some effects where you can actually bring in a video and then have some of the audio included into the mix. So you're basically mixing videos together and you can change the sound level. So we took a Set Fan Electric Ghost song near the end of the song and we could put it at a very low volume level and integrated it into this song, which is a very kind of haunting effect. We also have like a glass breaking at the very beginning of the song and kind of a glitch effect that we have in the middle or at the very beginning of the song with the drum. So we thought it was interesting. And we sent this version on the Bentley versus the previous version we talked about. And this is like Josephine basically on the street, again, challenging Vampirella, the Warren vampire sex goddess, to a challenge that she's going to go after all these men on the street, tricks, and she's gonna pull them from Vampirella, and she's the one that's gonna win that contest. And Josephine doesn't have a problem with her sexuality, whether it's a man or a woman or a ghost or a gal. She's gonna go wherever she wants to go. Now we've been interviewing individual bands and artists. We viewed Alina C last night from London. And so you can see that podcast that we put out. We're going to be talking to another band tonight. I am Luna Sita, an artist. And we're very happy with all the work that we've been able to do with these interviews. But like we always tell everybody, artists are kind of starving today. Streaming services don't really pay us that much. You get very low money. And, you sell 10,000 streams, you barely make $100. where before you could have made like $10,000 when people downloaded things. And so we have to do things like these podcasts. So I'm really reaching out. We've got over 20,000 listeners, getting close to 21,000, but we haven't had a lot of people actually contribute. So if you like an artist and you like what the Ghost is doing, I would suggest, can you please donate to the subscribe button, a supporter button. There's a 99-cent option. It's less than a cup of coffee. If you like what we're doing, we'd be appreciative of if you could do that. We also have a Patreon. If you want to support more, we have an album on CD, a physical CD, The Flower That Blooms at Midnight in the Tomb. If you give us more than $20, we will actually send you a copy of that album. So if you like what we're doing, you like the fact that we give free-form interviews for up to an hour to artists without charging them, I think that would be interesting if you could help us out with that. Now, the other thing we were looking at is there's a lot of people that were maligning, especially the Behringer boys, the new Jupiter XM. And the Jupiter XM is the new Zen Core vision of the Jupiter. And it's probably the closest clone to a Jupiter in a long time, because actually, instead of trying to be in something else, it actually is emulating the Jupiter like the System 8 did, except it's a Roland instead of Aria product. And it's premium. It's got a metal case, which some of the Behringer boys, got that wrong. They acted like it was cheap. It's not. It is expensive. It's $1,500. And you could say for that kind of money, you could get a Hydra Synth. You could get close to getting a Moog Matriarch. You could get close to getting a Rev 2. So you could say, well, why would I spend that? But the fact that you've got a machine that has, a JX8P, an RD piano, a Jupiter, a Juno, and all these Roland drum machines, it's basically got a lot of the capabilities that a JDXI or JDXA has. And it has a vocoder as well. So if you've got a gig to do and you've got, you don't want to carry a big machine, and then you brought like an Arturia, key step or bigger, one of the really good keyboards, MIDI controller, you'd actually have a lot of power to have pianos, have Jupiter pads, 106 pads, and that's a polyphonic SH 101, which you couldn't have before. So I think, in terms of performance and reliability, and not, being able to bring this to a gig and have it be forgiving. It's great to have analog synths and stuff, but you can't really move a Voyager around that great without damaging it. And if you move your Moogs around, you endanger them. So if you have machines like Arturias and Rolands and Yamahas, the reason people have them is because if you're a touring musician, you got to deal with the reality that some of the analog equipment is very sensitive. And a Roland Phantom will give you what you need. A Korg Kronos will give you what you need. I do have my modular gear inside the Arturia 6U solution, so I feel pretty confident with that. But if I was going to go on a heavy tour on a plane, I'd probably get a Doffer and move everything into a Doffer because it's a heavier case. It'll protect the gear. So I'm thinking of moving to a Doffer and adding a lot more make noise modules. The other thing people have been maligning Roland on is like, oh, they don't have analog. But, look at the System 500. The System 500 modules, if you built them out, it would be like $3,000. You have, basically a classic System 100, almost close to a System 700 analog Roland history, which is very powerful and very, if you ever listen to an SH1 or SH5 or SH7, those sounds are unbelievable. And then the System 100 and 700, you don't need to say anything about those. It's like really awesome. They stand toe-to-toe with the Moog systems, modular systems. The System 1s, the 10s, the 11s, 35s, 55s. The Roland 100s and 700s and SH models are very significant in terms of what you can do with them. And to be able to have that, and also like the other gear that's out there is the Studio Electronics SEO1 or SEO2. which is a very interesting machine. So, the Behringer boys, I understand they just want to keep on seeing the Odyssey get recreated. Well, Korg recreated the Odyssey. And then, you can they want to see the original vocoder from Roland. I'd rather go to Tokyo and actually buy one from like 5G. But, people are going to go what they want. They want $300 cents, and they think that's the best thing. But at the end of the day, Moog Matriarch, and I never hear them saying anything about Moog, these Behringer boys. It's like, what about the Matriarch? What about the grandmother? What about those things? All I hear them talking about is like recreations of synths that have already been around. So they seem kind of disingenuous, and they like to hate on Roland. But if you're going to be a gigging musician, the Roland Phantom compared to the Kronos, I would actually pick the Phantom because I like the RD piano. I like the analog filters. I happen to like Roland filters. And if you play with a System 8, you can see or even the new Jupiter XM, Roland filters are pretty impressive with what they can do. And so, all this hate for Roland, at the end of the day, if you see a gigging musician that's actually playing shows, you'll see a lot of Roland gear on the stage. So, whatever they want to say. And, I'm an experimental musician, and I don't get the kind of malign sound that people say, oh, Rolands are too clean. Well, it depends on what you do. I mean, if you take effect systems or you run things in a different way, or you play with the pads, or you play with the sound design, you can make it to taste. It's like Jack White. He could take a plastic guitar and make it sound great. So you can take any instrument, and if you're a musician, you can get it to sound good. You can do something with it and take it if you have an open mind. So I'm kind of tired of the Behringer boys just talking about how they hate Roland all the time and they're not doing what they want. And I understand, my argument for Roland would be this. The Phantom's got an analog filter. The Jupiter XXM should have an analog filter. So I would say, yeah, I do agree with that. But if you listen to the demos that are out there of the Jupiter XM and all the filters that it does sound pretty damn good. And for an all-in-one type of machine, it is a pretty good machine. If you're thinking about that and trying to do a performance on stage and you don't want to bring a lot of gear, it's a good solution. And if if you need a piano, if you need a Jupiter, if you need a Juno, if you need a 808, it'd be hard-pressed to find a package that has all those things for $1,500 that's small and would let you come to the show with a very small presence. So that's what I have to say on my soapbox. And if you don't like it, send us a voice memo to argue why you don't like it. But we'll talk to you later. Thank you.
subjection to me, subjection to me. Told your boy to get down on the street, subjection to me, subjection to me. God, get what I need, I need. Paparazzi, not the only one I need. Paparazzi, not the only one who needs to be. Paparazzi, not the only one stuck in ideology, stuck in ideology. You better fear me,